Hi, in this video, I want to talk about this SISE collaboration app that we have been testing that we're going to use in our use case committees. The problem is when you have a number of people from all over the country, from Florida, from California, from Chicago, New York, Massachusetts, Canada, Florida, how do you get all these people together and extract information that's useful, that's not just opinion or comment, it's actionable, right? So we've been looking, the SISE working group has been looking at this for a while. So they have standardized on an app called PADLET, P-A-D-L-E-T, PADLET, like a notepad, but it's called PADLET.com. It's been used in the education arena and business arena for many, many years, millions of users all over the world. It's very simple. And there's a bunch of these out there like that, okay? I can't think of them all right now, but there's a lot of different types of products. What we needed and what this provided us was an export capability. So when everyone is done providing their input, we can hit an export button and basically create a PDF of the entire meeting, all the sessions and data, and send it to you as a participant. Very, very unique. And for those of you who know software, it takes a lot of investment to make things simple. And Padlet has had obviously a ton of investment over the years. It's very sophisticated. So we're using it to crowdsource information on our calls so that we have multiple people taking notes, and those notes are shared. What we're going to do with Padlet, though, for our use case, we're going to zero in Padlet on specific information requests we want from you, the participants. So we're going to have discussions via a webinar, and on the screen for the webinar will be slides that indicate the problem and some of the things, and then we're going to switch to Padlet and say, okay, now for this we want you folks to all enter in your name, address, and email as a comment to the Padlet note. So the notes are posts, and then you comment underneath it. We want everybody to enter in your full contact information. So literally in one of our work groups, within 20 seconds, we had a directory of information of everybody on the call. It was great. And now everybody got that. So, you know, it simplified that. Usually what would happen is I'd have to type all that up or have staff type it up, and we'd have to send it out and make sure it's right. We fat fingered the email, it's wrong. That takes us 2 months to figure out. You guys know the drill. But now what's great is everybody is in control of their own input, and they can share that, okay? So we don't ask anyone to share stuff that's not shareable, certainly not. We don't want secure in there, but we want to be able to make it work. So that's one. Number two, we're going to pose questions about, hey, do you know of any specific URLs, any specific websites that will address the fuel availability information, the lodging availability information? Yeah, Travelocity, okay, put it in there. Do you have a contact there? Name and phone number and email, right? So we're going to build the data sets through our work groups for lodging, for fuel, for pre-staging at Walmarts, you know, and for road availability data. So we don't need a lot of work group calls to do this. We can do a lot of this in 1 or 2 calls. We originally had budgeted 6 calls, but I don't think we're going to need 6 calls to do this. So as we start, we're going to use the webinar as a way to visually kind of tee up the questions and have your answers come back in through the Padlet session. So when you're on these calls, you can do this from your mobile phone, you can do this from a mobile device, or you can do this from your desktop. It doesn't matter. Padlet works on all of them. It's really great, and it's very firewall friendly. So we've had only one case of a company couldn't open it. They had to use, the person had to use their personal device. But for the most part, it works very well. If you need to use your personal device, fantastic. So what you'll do, there's another video that shows you how to go create an account. You go to Padlet.com, you create a free account, okay? If you want, use your business email, your personal email, doesn't matter. Then they'll send you an email with a link. You click on the link and you'll come back to your validated homepage. And then we will send you a link in an email, and on your Padlet home screen, you'll have a button, join a Padlet, okay? You click on that, a little window pops up, you take the URL we sent you, paste it in there, and boom, you have access to it, okay? Very simple. If you're new, it'll take you 10 minutes or so to use it. Mike Zappone from our private sector work group, we did a little drill, and on our first call, we'll do this drill to acclimate you. So everybody's on the first call, we're going to have everybody open a Padlet account and walk through it. But Mike was funny. Mike said, you know, Tom, if I can learn it in 10 minutes, because anyone can learn it. So I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you. So anyway, we want to use this technology to crowdsource the information and get it back to you. So your participation in these committees is going to give you real hard data that you can work from, because none of this is going to be super secret. At least in these use case sessions. So we know it'll expedite the process, it'll help educate people, and we're really excited about using it. We've been using it now in our work group calls and our meetings, and it's been a fantastic tool. Okay, so that's Padlet.